Hey guys, Maxon here. Welcome back to a new video. So last week I tried and make a beat in just 10 minutes. And as you guys know, if you watched that video, I just ended up with basically a larger loop, but not really a full beat. And I thought this would be a great opportunity to show you guys how I can expand from a loop to a full beat. So this is where we left off last time after 10 minutes. You can pretty much already hear all the important elements from the beat, but they're obviously not mixed well since I only had 10 minutes. And we could also maybe add one or two more instruments and some more variations in the drums throughout different parts of the beat. So the first thing when I'm done with creating a little loop like this, I'll start and think about the structure that I want to use. Right now we are at 100 BPM, which is pretty slow. So obviously every bar takes longer than with 140 or more BPM. So I'd rather keep the parts a bit shorter so the listener is more engaged and interested and not gets bored over time. So the first thing I'll do is just make a basic structure. In this case, just hit Ctrl T and you'll get your first marker up here, right click and click rename. And now you can just type in intro or something else you want to name it. I usually like to have 12 bars for the intro, so I just have some more space to experiment with an interesting intro later on. So I'll keep 12 bars for now. And let's just start with the hook right away so we can better catch the attention of the listener. So after the hook, we would make a verse again. I'll do the hook just 8 bars, that should be fine. I'll keep the verse 8 bars as well. Then I'll add another hook. The hook will lead into the second verse. I usually like if the second verse goes back into a hook and not a bridge. And then the hook goes into a bridge and back into a hook before we have the outro. So after the third hook, we'll get the bridge. Then I'll add another hook and then the outro. Usually I would do some parts longer. Right now every part is just 8 bars. And the intro might be a bit longer or shorter depending on what I decide to do with it later on. But as you guys can see, the song will be about 2 minutes and 30 to 40 seconds just from this structure. And that's more than enough. Since I have everything split up in different patterns already, I can just now juggle around a bit and just basically build a verse and a hook for now and then copy them over and change up little variations and things to keep the listener interested. So we obviously want full drums in the hook, so I'll put them there already. And I for sure want the cellos in the hook. I feel like the violas are very soft, so I'll rather keep them in the verse. I feel like the piano is also not really fitting in the hook, so I'll just get another instrument, like a guitar or something that would really fit in here, I think. Since the cello is already doing a melody, I don't really need the piano to do another one. So I'd rather get something that just complements the cello than rather being a new melody. I feel like the hook could use some more energy, so I think I use the slower hi-hats in the intro and verse and stuff and just get a new hi-hat pattern for the hook. I think I want to use the piano as the lead into the hook, but I don't want to use the piano melody, so I'll just chop up the chords in the beginning so we have them separate. Okay, so this is the basic structure that I came up with. I switched around some patterns, so the cellos are playing higher right now, and I completely scratched the piano and just used the second guitar. So this is the intro right now. It starts with the cello and the guitar. Then slowly we're getting the drums. So just the 2-step hi-hats. And now we get second guitar with a clap. And right before the hook, we can already make this right now. So just everything basically gets chopped right before the drop or the hook. And only the clap hits, that's usually what I do. And we have to chop this a bit further right here, so we don't have like a new melody coming in. Right now for the hook, I really wanted to get this Latin vibe. So instead of having a percussion that goes like, we actually have a guitar doing this right now. This already started before the hook, but this very complements the drums. If I just play it with the drums together. So you can also use VSTs as a percussion instead of using a snare, for example. Usually I would just take this snare pattern right here and maybe make it a bit louder. But I think I used that pattern for the verse. Okay, so right now I'm pretty much done with the hook and the verse. And right now my little markers up here really come in handy because I can just press Control and then left click them. And now I have my whole hook highlighted and I can just hold Shift and drag them over to, for now, just fill them in every hook part. Now I can just do the same with the two verses. Sometimes you have to watch out since it's possible that you have a pattern that's going a bit too far and then you copy it over. And you don't want the same pattern overlapping since the volume will increase if you have two patterns playing at the same time from the same instrument. And this is already a rough structure of the beat. For the bridge, you can usually just take something different. I think I'll just try and get a piano in there since I scrapped it for the hook and the verses. So you have the same melody with a different instrument maybe, just to switch it up a little, or you could also switch up the chord progression, but I'm not going to do it in a Latin American beat. And don't forget to add vinyl noise in the beginning and in the end, since it just makes the intro and the outro sound more cinematic and ambient overall. Okay guys, so I'm pretty much done right now. I'll just do some more mixing and mastering and then show you the final results. If you have any questions, just ask in the comment sections. And if you're interested in more music content, check out my Instagram. See you guys next week. Bye.